Recently I heard that Lucy Letby's ward only had a consultant twice a week. Even if this was a one-off, that seems very odd, and that seems truly unsafe. And if it was regular, then it feels unsafe by design. The nurses would have known it, the nurse in charge would have known it, the matron would have known it, the advanced nurse would have known it, the director of nurses would have known it, the doctors would have known it, the registrar would have known it, and the NHS Trust would have known it. And for it to be regular, they would have had to have been implicitly accepted. Alarm bells should have been going off at every level. The nurse does not make decisions about care. Think when you visit someone in hospital. The nurses go around, they deliver care, they speak to the patient, they decide what to do, they go to the doctor and ask the doctor what they think. Well, the doctor does the same. We've all been in a ward and seen the registrars or consultants enjoying making the doctors squirm, because everything is validated up. No one, even at a doctor level, is signing off on all care, an all care overview. And that overview isn't, oh, someone died, we'll talk to the registrar about it. That oversight, the registrar regularly looking at the majority of cases being treated in their ward. I would expect this in A&E, where many of the people are coming in with broken legs and coughs and colds. I certainly would expect it with trauma cases. I'd expect it with people recovering from operations. I'd expect it with operations themselves. Now we're talking about premature children, and we're talking about very fragile children who are at extreme risk of harm. Surely there was this oversight. If this ward was allowed 5 days in a week without a consultant, these patients are neonates. They're seriously sick children. They're premature births alive because of the miracle of modern medicine. Yet the standard process, the standard safety valve, doesn't appear to have been there. Nurses operate under this oversight. And it's not the oversight of doctors, it's the oversight of consultants and the registrar. Doctors have training. They don't always have the experience, and there's a reason they're not a registrar. They haven't got the experience yet. The consultants and registrars are essential. They adjudicate pretty much every decision on medication, dosage, treatment plan, and assessment of progress. They sign off on many of people going home. We've all been in a ward where the patient couldn't go home because the nurses were finished, the tests were done, but the doctor had to sign it off. Well, often it wasn't really that the doctor had to sign it off, it's that the doctor had formed an opinion and they'd taken it to the registrar and they needed the registrar and consultant's view on it. If they aren't available, people have to be recalled if there's a change in decision. You can't really be doing that with neonates on a regular basis. With serious medical conditions which can be life-threatening and development-threatening children, I can't get my head around there being no registrar on even a regular basis. A ward running for multiple days without that protection. If it was a one-off, I'd expect it to be escalated, and I'd expect it to go through the chain of command and everyone senior at the hospital to be aware, and aware in writing. If this was repeated, I'd expect the management, from nursing and medical, to raise a date act. But here we seem to have a structure with occasional supervision. This seems abnormal, this seems reckless. And this doesn't really seem the paragon of virtue that the NHS is often represented as. Oversight is there for a reason. A friend of mine, his kid went to a school where the headmaster was only present twice a week because they lived at 100 miles away. Well, guess what? That school failed the Ofsted inspection spectacularly, and kids' parents aren't very keen on sending them to that school many years later. Perhaps heads should roll at the Countess of Chester Hospital.